I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox.
I am Anthony Cordova. Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
And
Yes,
hi,
I
Dave
am.
and Sam.
Yes, hello.
Nice to see you.
Yes, y'all need to be getting ready for your show, you know.
Yep.
We're
they
looking forward
do
to
know.
it. Just in case they forgot. They may have
I'm
forgotten.
sure they did
that
not
they need
forget
to
their
get
own
into
show.
their show.
I'm
you know.
sure they didn't.
It's possible. It's possible.
Have you forgotten?
They're just so excited to see us. To see us. They're like, oh, it's Jill and Tony. It's Jill and Tony. Oh, we forgot about our show.
Did you ever forget about your show? Our show? Your show?
I've forgotten about my show. Yes, Poetic People Fighting Racism.
That is true. I do. Well, I think I give you a pass on that one because you do it every other week. So sometimes we have to really think hard about which Saturday it is.
It is, but yeah, I knew I had a show that particular Saturday. Only I was busy with other stuff.
Yeah, because you said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. And then like a little while later, I'm like, did you remember you have a show?
Yeah.
That seems like a lot.
That's right. And for those of you that know the saga of my boat, the saga of my boat.
Sounds like a poem. Is that going to be a poem?
Yes. Maybe that's an idea. The saga of my boat. I have a small boat and I've had it for many. Well, actually, I've had it for decades, and I started rebuilding it like maybe 6 years ago. And
was it that long ago?
Yeah, and got halfway through and life got in the way and I had to stop and I packed it up and it just had been sitting in the yard. But recently I started working on it again. So I'm at the real close to re-fiberglassing the deck and the stringers, and it's all the inside guts of it will be new.
Inside guts.
Yes, all the stuff that makes the boat sturdy. So stringers, deck, transom, all of that stuff will be new. And hopefully this year, before the end of this year, I will be back on the water. So
we can hope.
So that is
sounds like you've made a lot of progress though.
Oh yeah, actually I'm probably 75% done.
Oh, that is a lot of progress.
But things with boats are tedious. So and expensive. Boats. It doesn't matter how big your boat is. I have a small fiberglass fishing ski, and it doesn't matter how big or small your boat is. Boats are expensive. Plain and simple. You'll say, "Oh, I need a screw. I'll just go down to the hardware store and get one." And then you find out the hardware doesn't sell those types of stainless steel screws. So then you go to the marina and say, "Hey, I need some of these screws." And they say, "Okay, how many do you need?" "I only need one." "Yeah, but we sell them in packs of 20. And I say, "Well, how much does a pack of 20 cost?" "A pack of 20 screws. Little screws. A little screw like this. How much does a pack of 20 cost?" $50.
Wow. Well, the boat is not what our topic is tonight.
That's not our topic?
Nope.
It should be. It should be our topic.
Nope, that is not our topic.
What is our topic, Jill?
Our topic tonight is, what if you're in a relationship and only one of you, your partner, wants to start a new business? What does that do to your relationship?
That sounds like something that episode is specifically for me.
Well, you thought of it.
I did. I shouldn't have thought of it.
But it is directed at you, yes, because you, as you've told the audience many times, you've mostly worked for yourself.
Yeah,
your whole adult life.
When you met me, I was working for myself.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely was.
Earlier, Dave said it makes us start podcasting.
Yeah. So, so I remember, that Dave is in the audience. I will say Dave left his job. He's got another job now, but he left his job. And at the time, I had a job also. I had a job.
See,
When Dave had a job,
I can't even
I had a
remember when you
job.
had a job.
When Dave had a job, I had a job. And it's funny with Dave and Sam and you and I, it seems sometimes that our lives run parallel.
Mhm.
Because when they started their we all like started our podcast for about the same reason,
Mhm.
about the same time,
Mhm.
and had the same thought process in starting the podcast.
Mhm.
And then when Dave left his job, about a month after that, I quit my job.
I'm trying to think of what that job even was. I don't I can't remember you're having a job, but now I
You
do.
remember
Yes, I
the
do.
job I
Yes,
had,
now I do.
and I was actually making really good money over at that job until I wasn't. Um, then I wasn't making good money, so I quit. But I hadn't looked for a new job since, and I'm not getting unemployment at all, and I'm not making any money either.
I do think it's coming though because of your business mind.
Yes, but
So,
I'll probably go back to something a business I used to do for a while, trying to get things in place with that, and then actually we have I would say one business idea that we will probably pursue this year, but it's probably two business ideas we have that we will. What are you making faces for? You know it's true.
because I only remember one. Like, wait. See, Dave and Sam, this is the thing that Tony does. He thinks he has these conversations with me about his ideas, his plans. But many times it's only in his head that he's had this conversation. So it's news to me too that there might be two businesses.
I'm not going to mention these. No, actually, yes, there are two.
I remember
businesses.
one that we've been discussing.
There are two businesses that we're in the process of developing. And now this isn't the business I'm going to go back to also. So we've got three businesses.
Are all three?
One I'm just going to do.
Is that the second one that you're referring to? So there's one that you might go back to. There's one that we're doing together. Is the third just you, or is the third both of us? Because if it's both of us, I don't know what it is.
The other one, no, there's one for sure that you and I are going to be doing together.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're in the beginning stages of that.
Right.
Of setting that stuff up. Then the other
Dave says he does that to Sam all the time. We really all do have a lot in common, don't we?
Yeah. And the one other business is, and that's already kind of started. Everything's in place. Just waiting for one more thing to be.
Oh,
so
okay. That was just you.
Yeah,
so two businesses that are just you, one that's me.
Yeah, but you help.
Well, I was going to say, although,
business.
Hence our topic tonight. Yeah. When one partner decides to start a business, it involves everybody.
Yeah, but the other business that I may go back to, I'm just putting things back in order for that. That's just me. That one's just me. I'll be doing that.
I know what you're talking about. I know what all three are now.
Yeah, so that's three.
So tell me this.
And you still have to work.
I haven't quit my job. No, I haven't. And I do still go to work.
Yes, you still have to work your regular job for now, until these other businesses start generating.
Well, don't say that out loud.
That you have to work for now?
For now. Don't say that, because I'm planning to stay there for the rest of my career.
Yeah. Jill, if anybody from Jill's job is watching this show, Jill plans on staying there for the rest of her life.
Rest of my career.
Yep.
Oh boy. Anyway, so tell me this, for those of us who have mostly worked for other people instead of
Yes.
for ourselves,
Yes.
is it true that you work harder for yourself than someone else?
That is true.
So, as hard as I work,
In most cases,
as
that
hard
is
as I
true.
work now, I would be working harder for us. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, but you would love it. You'll love it. You'll love it. It's our it's going to be exciting. We're going to go to many places. We're going to do many things, meet many, 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 many people that are and all the people we meet are going to expand our lives. So it's all good. Look,
So
it's
does that
good.
so does that mean a change in you, because for decades you enjoyed
Working by
working alone?
myself.
Yes.
Well, I am I even though we are on Fireside and I love to talk to people in our show. I'm really sorry that we don't have the audience that we used to here on Fireside, because I love, talking to our audience and having those conversations. But at the same time, I'm a loner. I've always been a loner. So, I can be around people, have a good time, great, 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 all is good. But if I'm not around a lot of people, I'm good too. It's all right. You know, and so I'm good. I'm good either way. But I do enjoy this, and all of my the shows we do that I do, I interact with people. But on the Soul Reader, it's a one on one, so
Right.
it's more intimate. But I enjoy that
Yes.
a, a lot, a
Yes.
lot, a lot.
I must say, because I too am a loner, um, and I can be around people no
And
problem.
an introvert.
I do think I'm introverted because I feel
Yeah.
exhausted after I've been around people,
Yeah,
a
you
lot of
do.
people.
Hello, May. I
Hi,
see May
May.
just
I
came into the audience.
I
Hello,
f- I feel
hello.
exhausted after being around people, but I also don't have a problem talking to people
That
either.
is true. That is true.
I can carry on conversations, no
Yeah,
problem.
you are very good at interacting with people in person. Actually, also.
Depends on the situation. If I'm like facilitating or moderating or teaching, then yes, I thrive on the energy of my in-person audience. But if we're at a social function, I'm happy to stand in a corner and just watch people and not talk to any of them.
That never happens. That
Well,
never that never
not for
happens.
the
It
lack of
never
trying
happens.
though. Like if I go to a corner, people tend to come to the corner too.
Yeah,
But I
that
might
never
stay in that
happens.
corner the whole night.
Yeah. So let's get back to the topic.
That's funny for you to
The
say.
topic. Let's get back to the topic.
Hi,
So
Monica. Welcome
oh,
to the
hey,
show.
Monica. We've been talking about businesses and if your partner wants to start a business, and I've already said that we have three in the works right now, but we're not going to announce what they
Yes,
are.
two that he's technically doing by himself, one that we're doing together. But my point about all of this is that when you're in a relationship, especially if you're married and one person decides to start a business, it involves you too.
Well, yeah, that is true. Like, you know, uh, it takes a while to get a business off the ground,
Hmm.
especially if you don't have any partners or investors. It takes a while to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're in that stage and we don't have any partners or investors. So we need to keep some type of money flowing, multiple streams of income.
I definitely
So,
believe in multiple streams of
so
income.
that's
Yes.
what one of the businesses I'm going to go back to is going to do. It's going to bring in income,
Another stream of
another
income.
stream of income, pretty quick. But that business is not my passion.
Yes and no.
But oh,
I was going to say, I've been trying to say hi to Monica. Hi, Monica.
You guys are so funny. So here's my question. With podcasts, business opportunities that God has provided through the podcast, how do you find the balance to make sure that the new business opportunity doesn't overwhelm you or interfere with your relationship quality time?
That's an excellent question.
That's what I was gonna say.
Excellent
I knew Monica
question.
would come with
she
would
came
come with
with
a
it.
good question. She said, "Hey, let's see them answer this one." We
Come
know
on,
what
man.
we see you, Monica. We see you. we see you.
Come on, educate me. Please educate me.
Well, as you know, Monica, a lot of people ask us just when it comes to the shows we have, how do you do all of that? How do you manage
because
to
Crazy
have
Man over
4
here,
shows?
like 4 shows.
And
Like,
I'm not adding any more shows, by the way. And as we all know,
That's not true. But anyway, it's not true. But go ahead.
Anyway,
he just told a lie, Jill. You see
Anyway.
that? You see his cute
Anyway.
little nose grow. His nose grew, Jill. You see his grow,
Anyway.
girl.
I do.
Anyway, there it does get to a point where it's too much. It's too
It's
much.
a lot. Yes.
And that is why I haven't gone back to that job I had when I quit. But the other business that I'm going back to, I truly, truly, truly make my own hours with that one. So I can work when I want, when I don't want. There's certain days I will have to uh, go into let's say a facility. But those do not interfere with any of our shows.
Good, because
And yeah, and then I'm not going to be, there may be days with the business I'm going to go back to where I might do 12 hours and all of that, but I'll make sure that those days are not days that I have shows. So,
because seriously, you guys, I love you all. I love your spirit, love your chemistry, and because of what I see as a private detective, the 3 top reasons that I have personally seen these 25 years that I've been a PI, and I know I've probably worked. I know I've worked anywhere between 500 to 1,000 domestic cases, which are,
Mhm.
adultery, infidelity, children, bibbity bop. But the 3 primary reasons that I've personally seen that most marriages run into a challenge is either adultery or complete breakdown of communication or this quest when it comes down to business and money.
Right,
And
exactly.
it can just overtake people, and it makes folks separate because you get so focused on the business and the money and the marketing and the branding and the social media and the bippity bop that you forget about making time for each other. And I don't want to see that happen with you guys, so that's why I'm posing that
Yeah.
question.
You don't have to worry about that because I'm old as dirt. And I've been working for myself.
Which part of that that I said something that you got to tell me you a dinosaur? So just explain to me.
I'm getting to that. I have been working for myself since I've been 22 years old.
Okay.
And I've been putting in many, 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 many hours, more
But
hours,
Mr. Anthony, I'm going
and
to interrupt you because you have not been with that beautiful woman sitting next to you for many, 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 many years.
that's right. Well, let me
So,
finish.
okay,
Let me finish.
okay.
And I used to be that person that you would call a workaholic. I put money before everything. I put business before everything. I sacrificed time with family, with my children, with everything. Sacrificed time just for myself. So been there, done that. I ain't going back.
Okay.
So with time management, this is how you handle those things. This is why I say at this point, I'm not starting any more shows, at least not right now.
Did you notice that, Jill? Did you notice how
See, he had to clarify, didn't he?
Girl,
He had to clarify.
slipped it in. He
Yep.
slipped that thing in like an old slippery condom. He
Yep.
slipped it in.
I sure
Not-
did hear it.
Not
See, did you
starting
hear it?
any more shows, at least right now. But if we do, and it'll be us, it will be connected to a business.
Well, but
That's-
Monica,
that's
I
the
really
truth.
appreciate your bringing this up because we have had a lot of conversations about that exact thing lately because I still have a day job that I like and that I need because he's at the moment he's not bringing in income. So we need this job. We need my job, right?
Yeah.
So I work 40-hour weeks for someone else. And then I do the things for us.
Right. Yeah.
So sometimes I will say to Tony, I'm tired. I can't do it. Like the night that Tony says everybody turned against him because I just didn't want to. I didn't want to put on clothes. I didn't want to put on makeup, but I was willing to still do the show.
Y'all did turn on me.
It was because I was exhausted.
Honey, I
I was
understand.
exhausted.
I
So-
understand. Woo.
Yep. So every time he says, he's starting a new show, I'm just like, oh, because I know I have to be there, right? As a
But
producer.
see, you know what, you guys, in the interest of transparency, that's the biggest challenge that I have with my honey. That is the biggest challenge that we have. And I keep telling him that, we both have to be mindful. I'm busy. I own 3 companies. He's busy. He's a trainer. He's a coach. He works with the NBA. I get it. But I don't want either one of us to get so busy with our business endeavors that it interferes with our relationship. And see, that's where we are right now because he's starting 2 new businesses. I've got some new initiatives that I'm getting ready to launch. I'm opening up this shelter for human trafficking victims here in Atlanta. And I got another TV show that I'm going to be on. And I said to him the other day, we gotta sit down and have a conversation because something gotta go. Because it's interfering in our relationship because we're both too busy. So I'm saying that because I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
Monica, it's even harder for the both of you than it is for us because we work together in what we're doing. It's
Right.
not separate.
Separate. Yeah,
Like
I got
you have your separate businesses.
Yep.
He has his
His.
separate businesses, and it's hard to get,
Mhm.
to get on the same page because you both have different schedules,
And
different
you know
things
what
happening,
else?
different functions to go to, all
Yeah.
of this, and you guys can't possibly be there for all of that for each other.
And you know what else, Anthony and Jill? I'm getting ready to drop a serious gem for not only you guys, but everybody else that's listening. The biggest challenge that he has is that he has a grinding mentality. And see, I don't believe in that. There's a difference between being assertive, being aggressive, being a hustler, and grinding.
Oh yeah.
And
There
I'm
is,
assertive.
definitely.
He's a grinder. And he thinks that because he's working 25 hours a day and did it, and I keep sharing with him, honey, you got to learn to work smarter. You're working
That's right.
harder.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Work smarter. You know what I mean?
That is
So,
exactly correct. But a lot of times the problem is, and I know because I had this problem. I would think I could do everything. I could do everything by myself. No problem. When I had the trucking company, I was trying to be the dispatcher, the accountant, the mechanic, the truck shuttler, the truck driver when a driver got sick or something. I was trying to do it all. And at one time, I was driving a truck full time, and I set my office up in my truck. And
oh my God.
I would sit in a truck stop all day long, taking care of business of the business
That's
of the trucking
crazy.
business.
That's
And
crazy.
then overnight is when I would start driving. And I was driving 80, 90 miles an hour everywhere I went.
See, you turned into
Everywhere I
one of them
went.
old crazy
Killer truck drivers they would talk
killer
about.
truck
Yeah.
drivers. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You turned into one of them crazy damn killer truck drivers. It was killing people by
That's
night and driving a truck by day.
During the day. That's right. So it got to where I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't. And I had to hire somebody to do the bookkeeping, or hire somebody. I still did the dispatching, but I had to start hiring other people to do other stuff because I couldn't do it all. Even though I
Yeah.
knew how to do it,
You're one person.
I couldn't do it all. But I always had that. Man, I do it myself. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. If they can't do it, I'll do it. But
Yep.
I
And
can't.
So
I
I
can't
gotta
do that.
ask Jill.
Yeah.
Jill, is he better, or is he just faking the funk right now? Is he better?
No, he's definitely
Yeah.
better. Because
better,
you
okay.
brought up the key, and the key is communication.
That's it.
He has you do have a hard time of relaxing.
Yeah, if I'm
You're-
at home,
he's
I don't
always
relax. I don't
doing
relax at
something,
home.
whereas I take my moments to relax, and
So
because
is that
I
your-
need
is
that to
your
recharge.
nature, Tony? Is that your nature that you just
Yeah,
little electric bunny? What's going on?
Yeah, no, well, I'm. It's you know how. Well, look, maybe a lot of men know how this is, but I can fix or repair just about anything. Okay, so when I'm sitting at home and I'm supposed to be relaxing,
He's doing
I
this.
yeah, I'm looking around.
Oh
what
my
do
God.
Oh, I need to
That
fix
needs to be
that.
fixed.
Oh, I need
That
to fix
needs to
that.
fix.
And I'm like,
You know,
See, that would drive me
I could be
crazy.
sitting. I could be sitting on the back deck. It's a beautiful day. I might be smoking some meats on the smoker, and I'm sitting there. But I'm not just sitting there chilling.
He
I'm
is
like,
not. He's
oh,
looking at all the things he
I
needs to
think
do.
I think I'll build a new deck, and I'm going.
See,
I'm
that
not
would
going to
drive
hire
me
somebody to
insane.
build it. I'm
That
going
would
to
drive
build
me
it.
crazy. So, Jill, I'm sending you an award, girl, because that would drive me Lulu. That would drive me Lulu. If my man was like that, girl, I promise y'all, I'd be coming on what's that other show you got to help people get their head right? I'd be on that show. I'd be on that
Well, what
show.
I've learned to do is that if he's not sitting at home, then he doesn't do that.
Yeah, if we go on vacation,
so I've learned
chill.
to take to get him out of the house, out of town.
Okay.
More often than when he met me, he told me that vacations were overrated because that was his
Oh,
mindset.
Lord.
So I taught
Lord.
him that no, you need this.
Bless his heart in the name of Jesus.
I said that, but I didn't really mean
Oh
it.
yes, you did.
Oh,
did-
yes,
I
you
You did. You
did.
absolutely
I
meant
didn't.
it.
I didn't really mean. No, at one time I meant it, but when I told her, I really didn't mean it. I just happened to have not taken a vacation in 3 or 4 years.
Can't do it. I can't do that.
It just happened that way, it just happened.
Yeah, I can't do that. Every 90 days, I go someplace to relax because I I had a complete physical body shut down about 15 years ago where my organs, everything just,
Start
quit.
shutting down.
Oh,
Yeah, and I
goodness.
just, really passed out. I was working about 100 hours a week, had over 20 employees. I was making so much money, I could stand on the corner and hand out $100 bills.
I'm
And
getting on that corner.
my body just said, "Oh, hell no, sister girl." And
That's right.
when I woke up, the doctor said, "You have two choices. You can continue with this pace and die, or you can slow your roll." So ever since then, every 90 days, I go somewhere for just to clear my head, pray, meditate, relax. It takes 5 days for every nerve in the body to relax. So that's why I don't, sometimes I take little mini vacations, but I usually will go someplace for 5 to 7 days so I can really, really, really relax. Because when you do what we do, Anthony and Jill, you have to find a way. And I've had to teach my sweetie that. I really have. I've had to work on him because he's you, Anthony, and that would drive me Lulu. So I do
But
think,
I'm not a grinder
Anymore.
anymore.
yeah,
not a
that
grinder.
I'm working on that with him. I've had to work on that with him. Seriously, I do. He, I give him foot massages, or I give him a massage, or I'll be like, "Babe, let's just be still and just vibe and tell me about your day." So he's learned to relax because he used to be like you, fixing the deck and pulling up the floor, and I'm like, if you don't sit down,
Right.
so now he's learned to chill. But I had to work on that, homie. Woo.
Yeah, and like Jill, she was talking about when I said vacations were overrated, and you know how you're not supposed to try to change a person.
Yeah,
that did set out to
She
change
said,
that. For
"I'm
real.
going to change that in you."
Yes.
And she was successful. She was
Yes.
successful to
Love
where,
it.
we didn't take lavish vacations, but we got out of town, taking a, 3-4 day, 3-4
Yeah.
days off and then come back.
Yeah.
But we were doing that like, I don't know, 9 to 12 times. No, about 9 times a year.
Yep.
Love that.
Absolutely.
We
Love
were
that.
doing all of that, and it got to where I loved doing it, and I'm like, "Hey, Jill, come on, let's go."
Yeah.
Even right now, I
Yeah,
tell her,
right now
"Jill,
it's ironic, but he's
I've
like,
got
"Hey,
some
we've
time.
got some time. We're
We
gonna
got
go
a
here," and I'm
week."
like, "I don't know if I could get off."
Yeah.
Sure, you can. You can work from anywhere, which I can,
Yeah,
but I don't want to take my computer when I'm in this location.
But right
know.
now, we have a free week. We can go someplace and stay, but it's this month, and we just don't have the time.
We don't have the time this
Jill
time.
doesn't have the time.
Yes,
have
I
the
don't
time.
this time.
Listen to
I
you,
don't
you
this
guys are
time,
funny.
but it's coming.
All right.
But we just were in Louisville, Kentucky for a week.
Yep, that was more of a vacation for you than me, though. But it was still good.
But it was still good. Our hotel was paid for. Everything was, it was good. It's a good trip.
Yeah, it was a lot of good perks in that one.
Yeah. Now I'm ready for another week. So see, being a business owner, most of my life, working for myself, most of my life is a certain mindset. We know what we have to do to make money. And sometimes we work harder than, people that have nine to fives, but then sometimes because we work for ourselves, we can do things that other people may not be able to do. I don't have to ask for time from my boss.
There you go.
I'm ready to take off. I'll see you.
Is that a beautiful thing? That's a beautiful thing, Anthony.
It is. It's some freedom.
Yes.
It is some freedom. Then also because the way I've spent my life, and I always say, we are not rich. I promise you. but I managed to get the house paid for, right? So having your home paid for and not worried about whether you're going to have a roof over your head or not, it
Oh, that's a
opens,
beautiful thing.
yeah, it opens, there's a lot of stress I don't have on me.
Mhm.
So when I say, hey, let's take off a week. Okay. you
Love
know,
it.
Yeah,
Love
usually I'm
it.
game.
so it makes for a good life
So
where I
see
don't
how he's
have
talking about
to.
vacations now? This was not him when we met. Not at all.
Yeah, so I don't have to do that grind. And when I'm pretty good at managing money. So I'm seeing way ahead of time. Okay? So
All
I
right.
know
Love it.
if I don't start bringing in money now, 6 months from now, I'm going to be in a problem. you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but I'm
Speaking of
able to say,
problems,
"Oh, go ahead, Chris."
Hi, Chris.
sorry to interrupt you guys.
Oh, no problem.
Um,
We love it when you're on the stage.
can I just recite a thing my father used to tell me, and then and sing a quick song for the truck driver?
Go
Hey,
ahead.
I retired from that mess. Hopefully, I
All right.
never have to go back.
So my father used to tell me, when I work hard. When I play hard. And when I think, I fall asleep. So that's where I'm at right now. I do a lot of napping. And then
A lot of napping on the
here's my quick.
streets of San Francisco.
That's where I am right now. My scooter battery is about dead. I might need you to come give me a push. But
All right, it might take me a little while to get there, though.
so here's my
Just a
quick
little
song,
bit.
and I'll let you go. This is my quick song,
Okay.
and I'll let you go. All right. There'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. No double clutching, gear jamming, coffee drinking nuts. They ride their way to glory, and they have all the luck. But there'd be no truck drivers if it wasn't for us trucks. There you go.
All right. I actually have never heard that one before.
I was gonna say, is that like Toy Story?
No.
Or something? Where's that
You had
from?
to, you had,
I never
you had
heard
to be
that.
alive in the 60s and 70s to know that.
Well, I definitely was alive in the 60s and 70s, that's for sure. I'm just about as old as you, Chris. Right behind you. Yeah.
Well, that's always fun to hear the songs that
Yeah,
Chris chooses.
yeah.
And say hi to your wife for us.
Yes, because we know she exists now because we heard her. I think that's the first time anyone has ever heard her voice on Fireside, which is cool. Which is cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Tell it-
steal his damn scooter because I know he don't do nothing but go around harassing people in that damn red damn little scooter. I'm stealing it.
I think it needs a bigger motor.
Oh, you wanna pimp pimp out his skull,
Pimp his ride.
his
We're
scooter.
gonna pimp his ride.
Oh
Yes.
Lord.
That's what
He
we
came
gonna
on
do.
my show last night on that
I
damn
was
little
there.
scooter.
I was there. I was there. I was
Like,
there.
what in the world?
Yeah, but we love Chris. We love you, Chris. We do. We really do. But getting back to, working for yourself, having your own business. Yeah, and Jill asked early on, is it harder? Yes, it is harder, but then it also gives you some freedom.
Yes, and I'm all about freedom. I really am. And it also gets back to what Monica has been talking about, which is communication. Communication is key.
Yes.
When you own a business or you're in a relationship with someone who has a business as well, communication is the key.
Yeah, and I applaud you, Monica, for getting your boyfriend to slow down a little bit.
Do you applaud me
Chill.
for getting you to slow down a little
Yes,
bit?
I really do. I thank you all the time for changing my mindset in that. Being that many years in the trucking business, I always knew, and I still know that if I want to make some big money fast, all I gotta do is get back out there and run my ass off and make the money.
Yeah, but do you want
Although
to?
I don't want to anymore. I have no desire to work like that. The cost, the cost that you have to pay for that out of my body.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When I was
Yeah.
38 years old, I came down with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was
Wow.
depressed all of my life. All of this is not all of it is from trucking, but the diabetes and the high blood pressure, high
Definitely
cholesterol,
changed
that
your
was from
eating
trucking.
habits.
That was
Yep.
from trucking.
Yep.
Um,
We also have some written comments.
Wonderful.
When you were talking about the numbers of audience, Dave said, I was just saying that about the audience disappointment. Details about this new business. Does it involve all of us becoming rich and famous? Because if
Nope.
so, we're in. We'll have to get back to you on that one.
You'd have to be one of our clients, and then maybe you would get rich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just now seeing that Chris had wanted to be on camera. I'm sorry, I just saw that, but I
Oh.
guess he's gone now.
Sorry, Chris. We always
Sorry,
love seeing you.
we would have done that. And then May said, my dad was a projectionist in the movies. When I asked him what was planned, he said movie 1, 2, 3, and 4. Does Tony do which show it is? Is the response 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, it's more like which show? Which
Well, what is
show?
today? And then we go from there.
yeah. But
Yep,
yeah,
basically.
we're pretty good with that now.
Yes, yes. And you're right, it does help that, well, for me anyway, since I'm not used to, most of the people I've been around are not business owners, unless
Yeah.
I'm working for them. So being with you has taught me a lot about business, and you were the first person to tell me
Yeah.
I actually have a business mind, and that's probably why
Yeah.
most of my jobs didn't last, because I had
And
I had my own ideas about how the company should be run.
If I'm going to say anything to specifically Firesiders creators, and Monica knows this, it doesn't matter what your show is. Doesn't matter whether it's a funny show, whether it's a serious show, whether you're just helping the public. Take it serious.
Yeah.
Treat it as a business.
Yep.
Treat
And
it
I
as a
actually think
business.
everyone here
If-
we do that. Yeah.
So if you owned a grocery store, you have to go into that grocery store every day. You have to be there. You have to open it, and it's the same if you're on Fireside, and you have to open that grocery store even when no one comes in and buys anything. You have to be there. You have to keep doing the work. You have to be there when the customer wants you there. So remember to treat it as a business. So when you start getting on, maybe I'll do it today, maybe I won't, maybe I'll show up on time, maybe I won't. That's not good for business.
No,
Yeah.
especially
For
like this.
anybody's
It needs to
business.
be appointment viewing.
And when sponsors start looking at you, and they have a different algorithm for doing that. It's not than they used to. It's not all about how many followers you have
Mhm.
anymore.
It's about engagement.
It's about engagement. What type of engagement and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
Mhm.
so they're going to look to see whether you're consistent. So if they're looking to be a sponsor on your show, they're going to look to see, have they been consistent?
Yeah.
And if you haven't, that can blow the deal right there.
Right.
Yep.
Right
But
there.
the good thing about Fireside, the way it's set up, is that if you click on any of our profiles, you can see all the shows that we've all done. Right?
Yeah.
Whether we hosted it, we scheduled it, or we participated in somebody else's. So I think that's wonderful that it's done like that, because it's very easy to see that we're all consistent
Yeah,
with our
absolutely.
shows.
Absolutely. You take
And that we've been doing it a long time.
you take
Yeah.
Chris, antidepressant of the day. He did it every single day, except on the
Wow.
weekend, for a full year straight.
Wow.
Every day, never missed a
Now
show.
that I couldn't do.
I couldn't do it either.
I couldn't do that.
Now it was only for 10 15 minutes, and I personally loved the show. I tuned in every day. It was very rare that I missed one of his shows, but that's real consistency. And Chris has been in the business for years, doing voiceover and all of that. His consistency can get him more work,
Right.
as a voiceover actor. So, Chris is consistent in what he does, and it pays off in the long run. This
And that's the
isn't.
thing about business. It's not, there's no such thing as overnight success.
Yeah, and this,
Sure
if we're
isn't.
yeah, and if we're talking about, like you, Monica, with your other show that you are the expert on, um, again, it's all consistency and how long it takes for that stuff to happen. Like Monica, you could start your detective business and start making money within the first month or two. But when we start getting into the realm of television, or actors, let's say actors, it takes years
Yeah.
before they start making some money. But the reason that happens is because these actors stay consistent. They've been going on auditions for 4, 5, 6 years
Yep.
until they get through. So it's a completely different business model than if you're just starting a regular business. So it's going to take a long time. You just have to be consistent and do what you do well,
Right.
and
Yes.
keep getting better
Be your
at it.
own authentic brand instead of trying to be like somebody else.
Yeah,
It's
you have to be
like
authentic.
Monica, I like with you, Monica, we all know your brand, and we all know, like if I were a sponsor, I would know what I'm getting because
Right.
you're the same everywhere, which is great,
Yeah.
right? So you never waver from your brand. You might showcase it in different ways, but you
Right.
never waver from your brand.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and yeah, so you got strong boss bitches. You do what you do there, and you are so consistent with it.
Every time.
We know exactly what you're going to do, and it's excellent.
And that's why we come. That's why we
That's right.
we want to see.
We know what
we want
to
to hear.
expect. We know what we're getting from Monica. Okay.
Thank
Then we
you.
know, and then we know what we may get from Monica when Monica comes to I'm Right, I'm Right.
But it's still the same brand. It's still the same brand.
It's still the same brand. But we know if you come to our show, we're gonna laugh.
We're gonna laugh.
We're gonna laugh.
Absolutely.
But then we can also
But
talk about serious
Well, I was
stuff.
gonna say, but she can also you Monica
And
can
laugh.
also bring up a
Yeah.
serious point,
Yeah.
too, which we can all
Yeah,
talk
and
about.
like I say, if Monica asks a serious question, I know she's gonna ask a good question.
That's right. She brought
like I
it.
said earlier, I said, "Oh, I knew she. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this
That's
one
right.
at
She
them."
brought it.
But again,
That's funny.
that's what we need. Monica is. I know you're not really trying to trip us up.
Mm-mm.
No, never.
You're really,
That's not you at all.
You're really trying to bring things to the forefront.
Mhm.
So you're asking a question that we can answer with some sense, even if we joke about it. We can ask because people are going through these things. It can
Right.
ruin a person's relationship. So
Oh,
by
for
asking
sure.
us that question, we can show how we handle it.
Yes.
And and I don't put everything on Jill. And I tell people this all the time. We're really good at what she's strong at,
I
She
do.
does, and she takes control. What I'm
Yeah.
strong at, I take control. So we have that going for us. But then sometimes, when she starts getting overwhelmed, maybe it's something, maybe I can take something off of her that maybe I'm not that good at, but
Right.
I'll get better at it.
And
Just
you've
trying
done
to
that a couple of
take it
times.
take it off of her. Like
Like
for
scheduling the
instance,
show.
like right now, we used to come up with all our show ideas together all the time. But then it got to
And then
where
lately I
Jill
was
was
like, I
saying,
can't even think. I
I
can't
can't think
think.
about it. I can't think about it. And I say, no problem. Bim, bam, boom.
Yep. So he
I
gave
got
me,
20
yep.
shows.
And he tells me what they are when I'm ready to schedule them. And I just schedule, I put it
Yeah.
in my speak and my
Yeah.
voice
So,
and schedule them.
coming up with show
But you
ideas.
started scheduling your own shows too. So I didn't have to do that.
Yeah. And see, that's stuff she used to do. So when it, I can see that, when Jill, though Jill also writes. So when she needs to write, I'm encouraged. Hey, go write. Go write. I don't, it's all right that you don't spend time with me for the next 12 hours. I'm okay. Right. Do what you got to do, because overall, it helps both of us.
It does.
Right.
It's not me against her and trying to outdo her or her trying to outdo me.
Nope.
It's for both of us.
Right.
So the better we work together, the better we're going to do.
Absolutely.
And not get in a hurry. Hurry up. It's got to happen. Fast, fast, fast. No. But that comes with age. I'm like, I'm chill. We've had people say, "Oh, don't worry, you're gonna make millions." But now, hurry. I'm like, it's all right. I'm chilling. I'm old and chilling. It's okay. It can come later. It's all right. Things are good. Yeah, because it's true. When we're younger, we are, and a lot of people that are ambitious are like, "Come on, let's get it done," and running like crazy. And
So okay,
on that
I
grind,
got a question for you guys. This is a good question. It just came up in my spirit. What do you do if your partner absolutely does not want you to start a business and they forbid you to start the business? What do you do in that situation?
Well, that is a big problem.
It really is. It really is.
Because you have to be in it together. And if they forbid you to do this,
Yep.
you got some tough decisions to make. Maybe this isn't the person for you.
Or you might need to hear them out and ask them why, because maybe it's not the right time.
Yeah, and it may not be the right time. It may be the person that wants to start the business has no business sense at all. And that's a recipe for disaster.
So what do you do if the person is just envious or jealous of the fact that you're smart and you can run a business and they can't? What do you do? Because I see a lot of that with competing couples. How do you handle that?
Well, I'm going back to the thing I just said. That might not be the person. For you. It might not. And, when you're, running a business, running your own business, and you know this, Monica, that business is really a part of you.
Oh, for sure.
It's a part of you. I don't say put it above family. Don't put it above your health. But it's still a part of you.
Absolutely.
And it takes a certain amount of work and time to launch a business and to run a business. And if the other person doesn't understand that and hopefully help, that's a problem.
It is. Because didn't you have people that you went out on a date with and they didn't like the fact that you were ambitious.
Oh, yes.
So clearly that was not going to work.
It
They
wasn't
just
gonna
wanted you to
work.
go to work and come home.
Yes.
And that's not you either.
That's not me. So I know I can't. But fortunately, she knew she couldn't be with a person like me that starts businesses and is really ambitious and wanting to do this, that. No, she just wanted somebody to punch a clock, come home, be home at 5 o'clock every day, go to work, 7 o'clock in the morning, and do that every day. And that's okay, if that's
And to
what
your
they
earlier
want.
point, there's some people who keep trying, who keep opening businesses, and none of them work because, like you said, they truly don't know how to run a business.
Yeah, and Monica, I'm sure you've asked people this before, and people will come to me and say, "Hey, you've worked for yourself your whole life." I said, "Yeah." Well, I want to start a business, and my first question is, I don't even have to know what the business is. My first question is, why? Because I want to make my own hours. I'm like, nah, you don't need to start a business if that's the
If that's the reason,
you don't need to start a business because you're going to work more hours. You're going to work much harder than you work at a 9 to 5 job. This
well,
stuff has
depends
got to
on the
be
9 to
done.
5 job, but yes.
Yes.
That's a good point, Tony. But you know what I usually ask people, and especially like when I'm speaking,
Mhm.
and like I'm getting ready to go. I just got asked to speak at. I'm supposed to be speaking at like Home Depot to like 1,000 of their executives,
Mhm.
but I always ask people: is this a career or is it a hobby for you? Because a lot of times people misconstrue and they don't understand the difference between the two. I just had to tell a client of mine that. I was like, this is a hobby. You're not serious about this. You show up when you want to. People can't get in contact with you. Your voicemail, there is no voicemail, And then let me tell you, I'm going to make y'all fall on the floor, right? So when I clowned her and I said, this is a hobby for you. You need to stop playing. You need to stop wasting your husband's money, And I said, clients are calling me complaining because they can't even leave you a voicemail. And she says, I don't like listening to messages. I said, honey.
What?
Yeah. So this is her idea of running her business. She says, well, if they can't call me and I don't answer, that means I'm busy. I said, honey, sweet pea.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had to have a come to Jesus with her because I told her this is a hobby. You don't understand. This is not a business and this is not how you run a business. This is a hobby for you. So stop wasting your husband's money. He's frustrated because he said the same thing. He said, Monica, what do I do? Because she's not taking this seriously. And I was like, you know what? If you're supporting this and you're investing and funding this, shut the money down.
Shut that money down. That's right.
Shut it down.
We put that money in our pocket and go on vacation.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely correct, and that's what a lot of people don't understand about running their own business.
Yeah.
It's actually serious business, and even though you run your business, we still do need to answer. And I'm not saying bend over backwards answer, but to our customers, to our clients, we still need to service them in a good, positive way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some people don't understand that, and it makes for bad business. Just plain bad business.
I agree.
And I really hate it when I see people that learn business from someone that's crooked.
Yeah.
And they really don't know any better because they learn from somebody that taught them all wrong.
Exactly. That happens a lot.
It does. Yes, it does.
So that makes me sad. When
especially if they're like
that.
Young and have the ability to really do something, but they learn from the wrong person.
Yeah. Wow, but this has been a great
This
conversation, and we're
has.
at an
Yay!
hour.
Oh, and before we go, Monica, I just want you to know I can't do this, but because of our conversation last time, we put strip clubs as a topic. And that, yes, you should go.
Let me tell you, I will not miss that show. You can count on me being there with my popcorn. I am ready.
It's a couple of shows off, but it'll be our strip clubs. Okay.
I can't
Yes,
wait.
of course they are.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good
That's
one.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All
You know
right.
what? You know what, Jill? Think about this. We should do this show at the strip club.
That's a great idea. Oh yes, that's a great idea. I
Yes,
love
because
that idea. It's
I
not
know
a great
all the
idea. That's a
people in
great
Atlanta.
idea.
I know all the strip clubs. I know the owners. Girl, let's do the show at the strip club.
I'm there. Let's do it. For real, for real. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna email or call you, and we'll set it up. What's wrong, Tony? That's a great idea. You have to admit that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You love to do shows from the field.
I'm the one always bringing up. Come on, let's do this show on location. Let's
That's
go
right.
do this
You
in the
love to
field.
be in the
let's
field.
do this, but
That's a great idea.
Yes, that's a fantastic idea, Tony. Come on. Come on, Tony. I'll even give you a stack of ones.
A stack of ones. You can make it right, or you can have the gun.
y'all, hey. Now, if y'all take me with you, you know I'm gonna be the cameraman, right? You do know that, you right? You know what I'm talking.
Come on, cameraman.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
do know what you're talking about. You just changed this whole show. Anyway.
You did it this time.
That was a great idea.
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
is a great idea.
All right, y'all set it up.
Okay.
I'm not setting this one up, but y'all set
I
it
have
up.
no problem setting this one up.
If you need technical help, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna have mics. I'm gonna have mics because you gotta hear that. You know what I'm talking about. Gotta hear that clap.
Gotta hear things clapping.
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all set it up.
Okay.
Y'all set it up.
Okay. I'll be in touch, Monica.
Thank you. I can't wait. Come on, let's make it happen, Captain. Come on.
Oh, y'all don't have no sense. Y'all don't have. Whoever thought I would be the conservative one?
I know, right?
We got to get off this show.
We do.
Thanks for coming up on the stage,
Yes,
Monica.
Monica, we
Thank you
love
for
you.
everyone else in the audience, and I think who's this? I didn't see this person here.
Who's
I can't
who?
see it right there. It's looks like it starts with a S.
It's Sheila.
It's Sheila. Oh, okay. Hi, Sheila. See, it's that Fireside made the font so small now, even with glasses.
I was going to say, you have your glasses on this time.
Yeah, but it's still, when I do this wide shot, the camera's still a good distance away.
So you saying bye?
Yeah, I am saying bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Monica, I'll be in touch. Sheila, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, next time we'll be coming live from Magic City or Onyx.
Or the blue flame. Come on, blue flame.
The green onion.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know about them places, but I don't go.
Yeah, okay.
Anymore.
Uh,
No more.
be good, you guys.
All right. Love you all.
Love you.
Till next time, till next week. And we had, and we're still having Poetic People Fighting Racism, the Poetry,
The Poetry Slam. Yay.
on the 24th. That's a Juneteenth Poetry Slam.
Even though Monday's Juneteenth.
But we're doing
anyway.
it on the following
The theme is
Saturday.
Juneteenth.
Yeah, so come and check out some poets, some upcoming poets, and their poetry.
Yep.
Would be cool.
Yep.
All right, and that's about it. That's
All
what we
right.
have announced.
Bye. Love you.
All right. Love you guys. We're gonna pull us off a video, and then next we're gonna pull ourselves off the stage.